Fremantle Prison, a foreboding limestone fortress, stands as a powerful symbol of Western Australia's convict past. Built by convicts for convicts in the mid-19th century, it remained in continuous use for nearly 140 years, finally closing down in 1991. Within the walls unfolded a dramatic history of hangings, floggings, daring escapes, and violent riots. Its inmates ranged from imperial convicts to colonial prisoners, to enemy aliens, prisoners of war, and maximum security detainees, each leaving their mark on this infamous institution. The story of Fremantle Prison began in 1850, when the first convict transport ship sailed into Fremantle Harbour. Known initially as the Convict Establishment, the prison was constructed between 1852 and 1859, using limestone quarried on site by the very convicts it was meant to house. The first prisoners moved into the main cell block in 1855, marking the start of its long and tumultuous history. Renamed Fremantle Prison in 1867, it saw nearly 10,000 convicts pass through its gates before transportation ended in Western Australia in 1868. In the early years, the prison held only imperial convicts. By 1886, however, fewer than 60 convicts remained in a facility designed for 1,000 men. This changed when Perth Jail closed, and Fremantle Prison became the colony's primary place of confinement for men, women, and even juveniles. The gold rush of the 1890s brought a population boom, and the prison once again filled to capacity. To accommodate the growing number of inmates, new spaces were created, including the construction of the new division in 1907. When the Rottnest Island Aboriginal Prison closed in 1903, Fremantle prisoners were sent to the island to carry out public works, further expanding the prison's reach. The 20th century brought new challenges and uses for Fremantle Prison. During World War II, part of the prison was relinquished to the Australian Defence Department as a military detention centre. Italian Australians classified as enemy aliens were among those incarcerated here during the war. Yet, as the decades passed, the prison's harsh conditions and overcrowding led to growing unrest. A series of riots and a damning royal commission in 1983 ultimately sealed its fate. Female prisoners had already been relocated to Bandy Up Women's Prison in 1970, and on the 8th of November 1991, Fremantle Prison was decommissioned, with the remaining inmates transferred to the newly built Casuarina Prison. Today, Fremantle Prison is one of the largest and most intact convict prisons in the world. Following its closure, the West Australian Government embarked on a long-term conservation plan to preserve this historic site for future generations. Now, a UNESCO World Heritage listed landmark, it offers visitors a glimpse into its dark and fascinating past through guided tours, exhibitions, and even ghost tours. From its origins as a convict barracks to its modern-day role as a museum, Fremantle Prison remains a haunting reminder of Australia's colonial history.